Okay, for a kickstand hinge, step one is to stand on one leg. My back toes can be on the ground for balance, but no weight goes through them. We don't shift that back foot towards the ground at all. We just stay on the toes. That will keep our weight forward and make sure we're loading into that left leg. Now, I imagine I've got a laser pointer on my back pocket, and I'm gonna draw a straight line up the wall. So I reach my hand there to sort of imagine that I'm drawing that straight line up the wall here. That's gonna give you a big stretch in the glute. Weight goes straight down, head goes straight forward. The angle of the knee and the shin stays totally stationary all the way through, and we're moving in isolation through the hip. So you'll notice that as I'm going through this, there's no movement at my knee, there's no movement in my back or my neck. It's really just my hip going back in space. I'll show a few reps from the opposite side. Stand on one leg, tiptoes on the back side are there for balance. And then that hip goes back in space. That head reaches forward, and we feel a stretch in that front leg. In terms of where the dumbbell is, your knuckles are going to be going right over your toes here to add a little bit of rotation. Now, I'll show a few common errors at this point in the video. The first one is just taking too wide of a stance. If I do that movement, but my center of mass is right between my 2 feet, I'm not really getting anything out of it. We're not loading either leg sufficiently. The other thing people will do is they'll just make it into a lunge. They'll stay tall with their trunk. This is just loading the knee, and that's fine. It's a good exercise, but it's not the point here. The goal is to load the hip. Another error people make is they'll bend at the back. So you can see here, I'm just rounding at my spine rather than bending at my hip. Let's see, are there any other errors? Yes, craning the neck. This is another way people will avoid bringing their center of mass in front of their hip to actually load it. We want to keep a nice long spine through the entire exercise. So I'll show 1 or 2 more good reps here, just so you can see what it should look like. You know, there's lots of details here, but the nuance really matters if you're trying to get lots out of this.